Hey everybody, Andrew Kircher here from Port Huron Museums. I just had a really quick one for you guys today, but I am downtown. I am right here. You can see there's Sperry's, there's 310 Huron. This block right here is having so much work done on it that I had to stop and show you. This is really exciting. This is the first time people have seen this brickwork in about 80 years at least. So if you remember, we're here on the corner of like Grand River and Michigan. This is the old Riveria Theater. It's been a couple different theater names. It was a church for a little while, but it had this great Art Deco facade on front, which they've taken off, so you can actually see some of the original, I believe probably early 20th century brickwork, so right around the turn of the 20th century. But it's exposed for the first time. You can actually see where the facade in the back was extended up and squared off the top, and so now the original top, the original kind of cornice up there, there's some really interesting brickwork to see. And you can see, I was actually hoping to get over here. About half of it was off the other day, and it was really cool to see half of it on, half of it off. But now they've taken all of it off. We can see some of that original brickwork. And I just thought, like, hey, that's really cool. I had to show you. There's so much work going on within a couple hundred yards of here. I was out for a walk with my grandfather, who we were taking a look at this because he doesn't remember ever seeing this. And I said, no, I think that the facade was on probably before he was born. So there's very few living people who might remember what this looked like before the facade. Well, we're of course across from the North American, the Ice Museum of North America, which is pretty cool. And then of course, Larry Young's enormous work. Have you seen this, Mappa? Have you seen all this? The work they're doing over here on the Wrigley Center. So the Wrigley Center, I know the sun's rather bright. We're going to get a little bit closer, so hopefully we can see a little bit more. But the amount of work going into the kind of old art van here, and we see a new building rising up. There we go. Sorry, I know that was so bright. We can see this is kind of like 3 or 4 over 1 construction, which is really common. So you have a lot of like plywood, wood-based top floors, very common in big cities. Not as common around here, but it's going to be called the Wrigley Center, and tons of work going on in there, and of course tons of work at 310 Huron. So downtown Port Huron's getting a real revitalization right now at this time. So if you haven't been downtown to take a peek at all this stuff, you should stop by. It's pretty cool. So anyway, it was kind of short. Like I said, I just happened to be in the area and wanted to definitely show you guys what things looked like over at the old Riveria Theater, and that facade that has been taken off. Very common to see a lot of facades like that, especially in downtowns where you add something in the 1940s. You want to make your building look updated, because you look at this again as we walk around the corner, we can see the brick really does not scream 1940s. It doesn't look like a modern building for the 1940s. And there's always this kind of push and pull between wanting to save old buildings or wanting to have stuff that looks completely new and modern. And I'll be really excited to see what they do to all of this facade work. I'm not sure if at this side of the block these guys are in the Military Street Historic District. I'll have to take a look at the map a little bit closer. But we can see even all this brickwork is mostly facade. We got the 3 big, looks like they were windows at one time, circular. There's even still some panes of glass up in that one. And yeah, there's some nice 1900 window right over there. And again, some more of this decorative brickwork on the side back here on Grand River. Anyway, pretty simple one for you today. Hopefully we'll have some more. It's nice and sunny out. It's really not too cold. I am staring right into the sun. So until next time, come watch history in your backyard, or new stuff get built. That's going to be history someday. So pretty cool. We'll catch you on the flip side.